Hello, 5th grade again. I hope you are all doing well and studying well also. Today, inshallah, we are going to continue Unit 6, Class Composition. But first, let me remind you to install this app, قرطاج التفاعلي. Please install this app, don't forget. Today's lesson is on Pupils Book, page 72. Class composition. Do you remember you read an acrostic poem about Odysseus on page 67? The lines of an acrostic poem do not have to rhyme. The first letter of the first word in each line is important. All the first letters spell a word. So, the lines of an acrostic poem do not have to rhyme, right? القصيدة التي لديها ترتيب خاص، قصيدة متقطعة الأكروستيك poem، ليس لديها قافية. The first letter of the first word in each line is important. كل حرف في بداية أول كلمة لكل سطر مهمة جدا. لماذا؟ لأنها جميعها تشكل كلمة واحدة. So now we are going to listen to this acrostic poem.
Moving forwards, old and angry, nose twitching, smoke rising, terrifying, everyone run.
Now listen again and follow in your box.
Read this acrostic poem.
Moving forwards, old and angry, nose twitching, smoke rising, terrifying, everyone run.
Now, what word is spelled by the initial letters? What word is spelled by the initial letters? Yes, it is the word monster. Monster, right? Monster. Look carefully at the lines. Notice the words in the lines, okay? These are the lines. Is each line a complete sentence? No, it is not. Moving forwards, it's not a complete sentence. Old and angry. Nose twitching. Smoke rising. Terrifying. Everyone run. They are all what? Not complete sentences. So, in acrostic poems, lines are not complete sentences. ليست جمل كاملة. Now, the second line has several words, right? The second line here have several words, old and angry, okay? So in acrostic poems, some lines have several words. Now, how many words are in the last line? How many words are in the last line? Excellent. Only one word. So, some lines are one word only. Some lines in acrostic poems are one word only. Okay? Again, the lines of an acrostic poem do not have to rhyme. الجمل في أو الأسطر في القصيدة المتقطعة لا تحتوي على قافية. Okay? And the first letter of the first word in each line is important. كل كلمة أو كل حرف في بداية كل كلمة لكل سطر مهم. Why? Because all the first letters spell a word. كل الحروف معا تشكل كلمة واحدة، وهذه الكلمة التي تتحدث عنها هذه القصيدة. Now let's talk again about this poem. This poem is talking about a monster. This is the monster. The monster is moving forwards. يتحرك للأمام. Old and angry. كبير وغاضب. Nose twitching. أنفه يتحرك بشدة. Smoke rising. يتصاعد الدخان. Terrifying. مرعب. Everyone run. جميعكم اهربوا أو اركضوا. So, as you can see, the poem does not have a rhyme. ليس لديها قافية. Okay? And the first letter of the first word spell the word monster. Okay? Now, let's move to exercise number 2, page 72. Write an acrostic poem about sailors. Think of ideas for each letter. Write them on the board. Choose the best ideas. Now we have the word sailors. Sailors, right? We are going to write an acrostic poem for the word sailors. Now look at this picture. What you can see in this picture. Yes, you can see a ship, sea, birds, sailors, right? Now, what are the sailors doing? What are the sailors doing? They are singing, right? They are singing. Now, let's write the lines of the poem. But first, we are going to write some words related to the word sailors, okay? And these words must start with these letters. So take 2 minutes to write your ideas. Okay, let's do the first line. The first line begins with the letter S. So we can write here sing, sky, sea, sail, etc. Here maybe we can write singing loudly, singing loudly. The second one, maybe we can write a lovely song, a lovely song. The third one, in a big ship. Here, leaving the island, leaving the island. Overseas, overseas. Rowing and rowing. Sitting on the benches, sitting on the benches. You can write your own ideas and make a poem, okay? Now, this is the poem. You can write it in the spaces. Singing loudly, يغنون بصوت مرتفع. A lovely song, أغنية جميلة أو محببة. In their big ship, في سفينتهم الكبيرة. Leaving the island, يغادرون الجزيرة. Over seas, عبر البحار. Rowing and rowing, يجدفون ويجدفون. Sitting on the benches, جالسون على مقاعد القارب أو السفينة. Now let's move to workbook page 58, writing preparation. Remember these things about an acrostic poem. The lines of an acrostic poem start with a letter that spells a word. Do not have to rhyme. Do not have to be complete sentences. Can have several words, can be just one word. Do you remember the poem about Odysseus? The first letter of each line spelled his name, Odysseus, right? Now let's move to exercise number 1. Look at these two acrostic poems. Who wrote them? Write the names. We are going to read these two acrostic poems and write the names here. The first poem, pizza is my favorite food. Edward is my favorite name. Tennis is my favorite sport. English is my favorite subject. Red is my favorite color. So, who wrote this poem? Guess who wrote this poem. Excellent. Peter. So we write here the name Peter. This is Peter. Peter wrote this poem. Let's move to the second poem. standing in the garden, under the trees, singing to birds and never stopping. Who wrote this poem? Yes, excellent. Susan. Susan wrote this poem. And now let's move to exercise number 2, workbook, page 58. Henry wrote some words about himself. He chose the ideas that he liked best. Help him finish his poem with his best ideas. This is Henry. Henry wrote some words about himself. He chose the ideas that he liked the best. Okay? And we are going to help him finish his poem with his best ideas. So here we have the letters of his name, Henry. He wrote the first line, happy all the time. Happy all the time. The second line, excellent at football. Excellent at football. Never late. Ready to run. You can't catch me. So now please fill the spaces with the suitable words. You have a homework, which is workbook page 59, composition practice. Okay? Write the letters of your name right here. Write some ideas for each letter of your name. Write them in the box here. And then write your acrostic name poem. Choose your best ideas from the box. We are going to do the same as Henry, right? اكتب اسمك هنا. بعض الأفكار المتعلقة بحروف اسمك هنا. Okay? And write your acrostic name poem right here. Study well and don't waste your time. See you soon, inshallah.